Ted Bundy, the charming killer. He was handsome, polite, educated, and one of the most ruthless killers the world has ever known. Ted Bundy, a man who proved that evil can wear a smile. Born in 1946 in Burlington, Vermont, Bundy seemed like the boy every parent would trust. He was intelligent, articulate, and driven. But beneath that perfect smile was something dark, something that would soon shock an entire nation. Bundy lived a double life. To his friends, he was charming, ambitious, even kind. But when the mask came off, he was a predator, methodical, cold, and merciless. During the 1970s, young women across several U.S. states began disappearing. College students, hitchhikers, women leaving libraries, all gone without a trace. The connection between the cases seemed impossible at first. Different states, different names, different lives. But the pattern was always the same. A charming man with a cast or a sling, asking for help. A stranger with kind eyes and a deadly trap. Bundy's method was simple. He lured his victims with trust. Then he struck, fast, violent, and calculated. He would take them to remote places, assault them, and end their lives in brutal fashion. He returned to the scenes. He kept trophies. He wanted to relive the control. Investigators struggled to believe that such a polite, educated man could be responsible. Bundy even worked at a crisis hotline, helping victims of abuse, listening with sympathy, while living a double life as a monster. By the mid-1970s, Bundy's name began appearing in multiple investigations. Descriptions matched. His car, a tan Volkswagen Beetle, was reported in connection with several disappearances. Yet every time police came close, Bundy slipped through their fingers. Then, in 1975, a traffic stop changed everything. Inside Bundy's car, police found a ski mask, handcuffs, rope, and tools. It was enough to make him a suspect, but not enough to convict him. He was finally arrested in 1976. But even then, Bundy's story took another twist. During his trial, he acted as his own attorney, charming the court, the jury, even the media. He studied law. He smiled for the cameras. People began calling him too intelligent to be guilty. But Bundy was always in control, even behind bars. He escaped from custody twice, once by jumping from a courthouse window, and later by crawling through a hole in his prison ceiling. He crossed states, changed names, and killed again. In Florida, 1978, Bundy committed one of his most brutal crimes, the Chi Omega sorority murders. 2 young women were bludgeoned to death, 2 others severely injured. It was a crime so violent that even seasoned detectives were shaken. Days later, he kidnapped and murdered 12-year-old Kimberly Leach, his final known victim. When he was finally captured for the last time, Bundy's facade began to crumble. He was no longer the confident law student, but a desperate man surrounded by the ghosts of his victims. The trial became a national spectacle, the first to be televised live across the United States. Millions watched as Bundy cross-examined witnesses, smiled at cameras, and even proposed to a woman in court. The charm never left him, even as he faced death. In 1989, after more than a decade of denials, Bundy finally began confessing. He admitted to killing over 30 women, though experts believe there may have been many more. His final words before execution were chillingly calm. "Give my love to my family and friends." As the electric chair was activated, a crowd outside cheered. Some held signs that read, "Burn, Bundy, burn." For many, his death brought closure. For others, it was a reminder of how easily evil can disguise itself. Ted Bundy wasn't the monster from a nightmare. He was the man who held the door open for you. The man who smiled at you in a crowd. the one you thought you could trust. And that's what made him truly terrifying.